Thanks, Sandy. First, I really want to take this opportunity to thank a lot of people, but I think fundamentally it's important for those that aren't in the Indus Anglia to have an understanding of what footy clubs and coaches are trying to achieve. There's two main things that you want to see in a team. You want to see the players play with real competitive spirit and a real want to win and a real longing to play for the team. There was a performance, I can't remember the game, I got a text from my old coach Lee Matthews basically suggesting you should be proud of the commitment from the team, and that was after about 3 or 4 weeks of strong effort. It means a lot to a coach of a young group. The second thing is you want to see growth individually and collectively, and on that basis this year has been a positive step forward. Whilst we won more games this year, it was the manner and the method in which we played that excited me most. That's what our people saw. That's what made our people optimistic about the journey. What people didn't see, though, is the hard work, the sacrifice, and just plain grind that goes into the players from the coaches and the players in terms of their commitment. AFL footy is a ruthless industry. We need quality people prepared to go above and beyond in our pursuit of excellence. With that thought in mind, I want to take this opportunity to thank people within the footy department for their work and their sacrifice. We've got a really talented, hard-working team across our recruiting group, our high-performance program, our welfare, our medical. I think we have all the pieces to take this team, our playing group, back to the top. I want to make special mention to our footy manager, Jamie Cox, who joined us this year. He's been outstanding for me and for the coaches in terms of his support, along with Danny Sexton, Adam Kingsley, Aaron Hamill, Rowan Welsh and Danny Frawley, who's joined our footy club again. Those guys primarily focusing on the performance side of our program, trying to get our guys to win games of footy. Our development program led by Simon McPhee, Paul Hudson, who was recently acknowledged as the VFL Coach of the Year and has done an outstanding job with the performance of that team. To the players in the room that are still playing, congratulations. It was great to have that win. There was a fair few supporters. We're probably outnumbered at Port by the Maggies, so it was very impressive to see you guys work to the end and get the result. Lindsay Gilby, Peter Searle, Adam Strobelak, who also worked tirelessly to make sure that our program sees great improvement from those young players. We're very fortunate in the IT space. We have some outstanding analysts to support our senior coaches and our development coaches, in particular Robbie Chancellor, who works really closely with me. Thanks for your support. To Julie Rackshaw, my PA, my organiser, the person that makes sure that I'm on time whenever I need to be. The footy stuff's okay. I don't miss those meetings, those opportunities. It's the stuff outside of footy that I struggle with, and Julie makes that work. So thanks, Jules. I'd also like to take this opportunity to publicly thank Adam Basil, a person who's headed up our high performance program. He will leave us at the end of the year. He's done terrific work with our players. I wish him the best in the future. I'd really like to also thank all the wives and partners, not only of the players, that's obvious, but also of the coaches. There are times when our industry is challenging, when our industry and certainly the St Kilda Footy Club and the journey that they're on asks a lot of our people. And I know that at times that puts stress on the family situation, and our guys would not be able to do that without your support, so thank you very much. This year, our on-field expectations were to improve, to be better for longer, and we achieved that. While we made improvements in all facets of our play, the way we moved the ball, the way we defended the opposition, and how we acted and performed in contests, probably the most pleasing was that for the majority of the season we were number one in the competition for putting pressure on the opposition. We also grew as a group. Our senior leaders, Rui, Joey, Sean Dempster, Sam Fisher and Jaron Geary really embraced and drove everything that we wanted from our young players. They were outstanding in all facets of our program, particularly when it came to their own trademark. Their influence both on the development of our younger players and on games should not be underestimated. We also got important match experience in the young players, including 6 players that joined our club at the end of the year. The 6 debutants were made up of first-year players Paddy McCartan, Jason Holmes, Huey Goddard, Daniel McKenzie, Jack Loney and Jack Sinclair. Tim Membry, as was shown on the vision, also joined us. Yes, well done, boys. I think we've all seen enough to suggest that they're going to be really exciting players. We know that we're very well led in the recruiting space with the work that our guys do. In some ways, having Josh Bruce play as a permanent forward was also like having a new player. To kick 50 goals, Brucey, was an outstanding effort. Well done. We saw established players like David Army show big improvement in the absence of Lenny Hayes. He certainly went to another level, and his numbers would suggest he's an A-grade mid. Jack Stevens returned to his 2013 prolific best. It was great to see both guys sign long-term contract extensions. I see those much as a significant step forward for us as a footy club. They're committing to us, not just as a signing of a contract. We're grateful that those guys have seen us and the journey that we're on as one that is going to be incredibly exciting. We saw growth in our leadership group with Mav Weller and Jack Nunes included for the first time, both young men, both under 50 games of footy at the start of the year. Both young men flourished. It's important that we get regeneration in that space, and we need to challenge our young men to embrace such opportunities. Congratulations to those young guys. Significantly this morning, both Jack Loney and Hugh Goddard have extended their contracts with our club. That is great news. And in the past 5 days, we've announced new contract deals with Winchington, Louis Pearce, Brenton Payne, and of course Sam Fisher. Sadly, we farewelled one of our great people and players in Adam Schneider. We'll miss Snides. He's a real character. He made his teammates better on the field. He was a great teacher. He was an outstanding person. There's been a lot spoken about the work that he's done, in particular with Loney, Sinclair, Billings, etc. And in fact, it's the work that he's done that has almost made his position redundant. He and I are really confident those guys can fill the breach. Speaking of next year, my plans are that we'll continue to follow the improvement path we're on, keep blooding new players when they earn the right, but with one really important shift. In 2016, we need to raise the expectations we have of ourselves. When speaking to the players in our post-season review, it was pretty simple. We need to kick 7 more points on average. We need to take away 12 more points on average, and we would have finished 8th. It's easier said than done. There's a lot of work. We have no illusions about the work that we need to do to get into those sort of spaces and into those sort of numbers, but the way that the players embraced everything that we threw at them, not only at the start of the year, but certainly during the year, would suggest that the guys are going to be up for the fight. We can't simply be content with just being better. We cannot think it's okay to miss finals. We must leave no stone unturned in our pursuit of success and prepare accordingly. We need to see players move from being fringe players to regular best 22. We need to see players move from being good to great. We need more players to have a bigger impact on games, and we need to compete stronger for longer against the best. If you're good enough, you're old enough. These are my expectations. I just want to finish now and thank our President Peter Summers and his board. They've been incredibly supportive. They're a very stable group. They're never interfering. They certainly are challenging when the time is right. Our CEO Matt Finnis and his executive team, and all the staff and volunteers for your support this year. We feel it most when we're away. We feel it most when we're on the road. The support that we get as a playing group from our supporters, from the people within our inner sanctum, is incredibly powerful for our players. We're not a massive club, but we are a big enough club. We're a big club to make a difference. As I said, we're going to raise expectation. We're incredibly excited about what 2016 offers. Thank you very much.